Hello everyone. Today we are here with another video of our series How It Started on a very popular business which we all know, and if you love to travel, you would have used their services too. Yes, we are going to talk about none other than Airbnb. So let's get started. First, let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about turning an air mattress into a billion-dollar idea? No? Well, neither had Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, but that's exactly what they did. Let's rewind to where it all began, and that is San Francisco in 2007. Brian and Joe were two industrial designers who graduated from the Rhode Island School of Design. They were roommates at the time and were struggling to pay their rent. An Industrial Designers Society of America conference was going to take place in the city. Right one evening, they noticed that all the hotels were sold out for the guests. After discovering this, they thought, how about we rent out air mattresses in our living room for the people coming to attend the conference? With all their enthusiasm, they implemented this idea, and surprisingly enough, it worked. 3 guests actually showed up. It wasn't fancy, but it worked. The guests loved the personal touch of sharing breakfast with their hosts, getting insider tips about the city, and experiencing something different from a typical hotel stay. So just like that, Air Bed and Breakfast was born. Eager to grow their idea, Brian and Joe brought in Nathan Blekarczyk, a tech-savvy friend, to help them scale. Together, the trio rebranded the company as Airbnb and began building the foundation of their platform. People started listing their homes and travelers began booking unique stays. The concept was simple yet revolutionary, that is. Why stay in a hotel when you could stay in a tree house, a castle, or even an igloo? By 2011, Airbnb had become a global sensation. The platform transformed travel, offering people authentic experiences and chance to hosts for earning extra income. I mean, who would have thought? What started with an air mattress in a San Francisco apartment would expand to millions of listings worldwide, from urban studios to remote villas. But Airbnb faced many challenges along the way. In the early days of Airbnb, convincing people to list their properties was not a simple task. The idea of opening your home to complete strangers seemed risky and unconventional to people. Imagine this. Would you be comfortable letting a complete stranger stay in your room or apartment? It sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't it? However, Brian, Joe, and Nathan believed in the potential of their idea to create a new way of traveling and connecting. They started small, reaching out to their friends and family to list properties on the platform. For attracting more users, the founders personally visited potential hosts to explain the benefits of Airbnb. They also introduced a 2-sided review system. Guests and hosts could rate and review each other, creating accountability and transparency. They added verification processes for profiles and listings, making people feel more secure. Slowly but surely, the idea gained traction. Another major hurdle for Airbnb was financial survival. By 2008, the team had run out of money, and their dream of transforming the way people travel was on the verge of collapse. Desperate to stay afloat, Brian Chesky, Joe Gebbia, and Nathan Blekarczyk brainstormed for solutions. Can you imagine what happened next? Here's another story. It was the height of the 2008 US presidential election, with Barack Obama and John McCain were all over the news. The founders decided to create limited edition cereal boxes featuring caricatures of the candidates and clever slogans, making them instantly collectible. They designed and launched 2 themed cereals, Obama O's The Cereal of Change and Kevin McCann's A Maverick in Every Bite. The cereal boxes were a hit. Each box was sold for $40 and they managed to sell over 1,000 boxes, raising $30,000, which was just enough to gather resources for keeping Airbnb running. Then came the issue of growth. Early on, they realized that blurry photos of spaces weren't working well. To solve this, the founders hired professional photographers who captured homes beautifully, helping listings increase and attract more bookings. This small step made a big difference in expanding the platform. Legal challenges also came up as cities questioned whether short-term rentals were allowed, but Airbnb did not back off. They responded by collaborating with local governments to develop policies and balanced regulations with their business model, ensuring the platform could sustain responsibly. Airbnb stands out from other businesses due to its innovative approach to travel, unique business model, and strong focus on community and experience. What makes it so special? Let's dive into its unique initiatives that have made it a global favorite. Experience. Travel isn't just about where you sleep, it's about what you do. Airbnb lets you book unforgettable activities hosted by locals. Open homes. One of Airbnb's most heartwarming initiatives is open homes. During natural disasters or crises, Airbnb connects hosts willing to offer their spaces free to those in need, whether it's refugees or frontline workers. It's proof that kindness can truly change the world. Eco-friendly tourism. Through its Office of Healthy Tourism, Airbnb promotes eco-friendly travel, supports rural tourism, and encourages hosts to adopt sustainable practices. Imagine enjoying your trip knowing it's good for the environment. Work from anywhere. With remote work becoming the norm, Airbnb launched a category dedicated to work-friendly stays. High-speed Wi-Fi, inspiring views, and comfortable setups make working from a beach house or mountain cabin a dream come true. Work-life balance? Oh, they nailed it. I'm sure you have heard it from at least one of your friends, the classic dream of working from an island. We all have that one friend who's always saying it. Inclusivity. Inclusivity is at Airbnb's core. The platform actively promotes diversity through its community commitment, ensuring respect and non-discrimination. Whether you are a solo traveler, a family, or part of the LGBTQ community, Airbnb is all about making everyone feel safe and comfortable. Airbnb isn't just a business success story. It's about a gold mine of lessons for startups and new businesses. Here's what you can pick for your business. First, they began with a very simple idea, that is, helping people find affordable places to stay. Likewise, startups should focus on addressing genuine problems even if the solution seems odd at first. Second, when Airbnb launched, they tested their idea on a very tiny scale, learned from their early users, and scaled from there. Small beginnings can grow into something extraordinary if you have a clear vision. Third, most people would panic if they run out of money. Airbnb's founders launched Obama O's and Kevin McKinn's cereal boxes to raise $30,000. Sometimes you have to digress to find an answer. For startups, this is a reminder to think outside the box and never give up, even in tough times. Fourth, Airbnb tapped into the desire for authentic connections. Startups can learn to go beyond just selling a product, sell a feeling, a story, or a lifestyle. Last but not the least, stay true to your mission. A clear, consistent mission can keep your business grounded and customers loyal. More than just a commercial success, Airbnb's story is a lesson showing the strength of creativity, flexibility, and adaptability. It's a story full of motivation for both dreamers and entrepreneurs, from modest beginning to revolutionizing the world travel market. Airbnb is what it is today because the founders saw potential rather than just spaces. They created communities in addition to finding solutions. The business has been about thinking big and acting with purpose, whether that means transforming cereal boxes into monetary lifelines or creating modern possibilities. Their drive is what kept them alive and going. So, whether you are building your dream or just looking for your next adventure, let Airbnb remind you that extraordinary outcomes begin with bold ideas, a little bit of madness, and a whole lot of believing in yourself. Because who else would trust a stranger to stay in their home?